Hey everyone, it's Devon from the Maniology team back with another weekly live. Every 1:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, you can find us here on another nail stamping journey. Whether it's tutorial, technique, or hack, we're here to discuss the details and we're so glad you could join. Also, if you love hearing every single time we launch a new video or you love checking out our lives, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can always be notified whenever we go live or drop a new video. And we love hanging out with you, so come and spend some time with us. Enjoy our fun, silly nail art vibes. We love having you here. And yeah, so I hope all of your weeks, or I hope that everyone's week has been going well. How are you? Hello to my A team. I always want to give them a quick shout out. Grandma Mimsy, Bees, D, you guys are always there, and I'm so thankful for you all. If you guys ever have questions and I'm not able to answer, the A team is always there looking out. So they are always so quick to respond. Yeah. Okay, so today's video is all about how to remove our press-on tips. So I don't know if you guys remember, what was it, like almost 2 weeks ago, I want to say, I showed you guys how to stamp over press-on tips, and I created a manicure using one of our Halloween countdown calendar plates. Unfortunately, I had to switch up that manicure because I did a TikTok live recently, and that was a lot of fun. Also, if you guys aren't following our TikTok account, make sure you go and check that out because sometimes we just might randomly go live. Anyways, we were showing off some new things that are in our TikTok shop, like some of our starter kits. And so I created this manicure using that. The manicure I was wearing before, it was like a black lacy spiderweb kind of vibe. And I literally just wiped it off with acetone and then stamped this over. Look at this hand. This is my non-dominant hand. This hand is the pretty hand. My dominant hand was a little bit rough. Anyways, so I just went ahead and I stamped this manicure over really quick over my my nail tips that I use, and I showed you guys that I did press-on tips previously. These press-on tips are like a week and a half old, maybe even a little longer than that. But like, are you seeing this? Nothing came off. Nothing is even lifting. And these are press-on tips. So I used the nail glue in the box, and on one hand, on this hand, I just did nail glue. I have zero lifting, like nothing. You can even see my nail grew out. Whoops, here we go. You can see there's like a little bit of a gap because my nail has grown since I applied these press-on tips. This hand, I use the sticky tabs and the nail glue that came in the kit. And here we have just a little bit of lifting, which you can see right there. So this is from the sticky tabs, but for the most part, like most of the nails did not lift. There's very, very slight lifting on just the hand that had sticky tabs, but it still looks really good. And then the hand that used nail glue, there is zero lifting. Like these are on. I'm gonna be honest, this removal video, this is the first time I am removing these press-on tips, like off of myself like this. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous because again, this is the first time I'm taking it off. So we're gonna see how this goes together, and we're gonna discover which way is the best way to remove it. So I'm gonna take off my ring and put it on the side. Ooh, yeah, that water is hot. I prepped some hot water with some dishwashing soap in it. You could use hand soap, dishwashing soap, whatever you want. I have some cuticle oil, and I think I'm just gonna like pour some inside. If you don't want to pour some inside, the other way you could do it is just put it all, like a lot. Slather your hand with a lot of it on. And then just soak your hand in the water. So I'm going to do a lot here. And then also, I'm going to show you where else to put the cuticle oil. So you should put it all along your cuticle line, but also underneath your nails here on the back side. So that way, if there's any gaps or lifting, the cuticle oil can get on both sides. And this is just my personal cuticle oil, so I don't have to worry about it touching somebody else. If you're a professional, obviously, things that you use on yourself, unless you can sanitize it, you wouldn't want to use it on a client. So I'm putting cuticle oil underneath. I got nail polish underneath my nails. So I really lathered it on. I feel like I could even do more here. So you're gonna put a lot. Don't be afraid to, and you don't have to use cuticle oil if you don't want to. Like if you want to use your cuticle oil for something nice, or like manicure photos and all that stuff, you can also use olive oil. I just recommend using cold press olive oil. You could probably even use coconut oil. And let me just check if this is cooled down at all, because it was pretty hot. I think it's okay. Ooh, it's hot. No, it's not okay. We have a water dispenser, and the water that comes out of that is really hot, so I'm just gonna pour a little cold water here. That did almost nothing. So now we're just gonna go ahead and soak our hands in the water. Okay, maybe you don't want to have it scalding hot like how I do, but this definitely makes for a very interesting story, doesn't it? Kara can overhear me in the background, and she's laughing because this is basically live camera boiling my fingers. Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, the thing about adding cold water to hot water is that it doesn't really work unless you use a lot of cold water. So I just added cold water and it didn't really work. Gross. So don't make it too hot. I'm sure in a couple of minutes it'll cool down. But yeah, ideally you would just want to submerge your fingers for 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, I feel like this is already loosening up things. Oh wait, there. It's not that bad. Is it? I don't know. Maybe I just can't feel it anymore. I have to laugh at my own mistakes because, again, this is so on par with me and doing the lives. Usually, though, if I get a pedicure, I like it really hot. Okay, yeah, there. Not so bad anymore. So unfortunately, now we just have to wait, and this part may not be as exciting, but how's everyone's day going? Please share in the comments, what did you have for lunch, or what are you gonna have for dinner? Because I love talking about that. At Maniology, we love food. Today I had leftovers, so a couple of nights ago, I roasted a bunch of drumsticks, and then I used curry powder and I think it's a Malaysian curry powder, and then salt and olive oil, and I just rubbed that all over the chicken, and then I baked it. And it was really good. Part of it, usually I try to season more, but we just moved to a new house and I have to go grocery shopping, or I had to go grocery shopping and get a bunch of stuff. Now I'm more settled, so it's okay. But when I tried to cook this recipe, I didn't really have anything. I didn't even have garlic or onion. I had nothing. So I just had to use what I had. It's okay. My fingers went numb, Kara. I don't feel anything. Um, okay, thank you. And then I had that, and I had potatoes and carrots. So I don't know if you guys have seen that new video, or like it's not a new video, but the viral smashed potatoes where you like either parboil it or you can microwave it and then you smash it with a cup and then spray oil on it or use butter and whatever seasonings you want, and then you bake it. And it gets super crusty. Crusty? Crunchy. It gets super crunchy. And it's so freaking good. I promise you, 10/10 recommend. I am too impatient, which you all know. So I just microwave the potatoes and then I threw it in the oven, or threw it in the air fryer instead of the oven, because it's much faster that way. Also, note, if you do make this recipe, use like the really little ones. You know, they'll sell them in like a bag at Safeway or something like that. And, or like Vaughn's. And they're just like small potatoes that are maybe this big. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't know how long that's been, but let's try. So this is using the little orange wood stick. Oh yeah, this is already working. So this is using the orange wood stick that came in the box. Whichever side you can kind of get it to lift, you can just go ahead and very gently, when I say gently, I mean gently, you can kind of use it to kind of push it up. If you're getting a lot of resistance, stick your hand either back in the water, or you can add more cuticle oil in here. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so you see how I have this like gap here? I can just go ahead, grab my cuticle oil or whatever oil you're using, and then for the gap, you just go ahead and add more oil in there. The reason why you want to add oil in there is because oil breaks down the adhesive. And then there you go. Look at that. Look how simple that is. Okay. So I still have, you can kind of see it, I still have adhesive on my nail. This is like the sticky tab, actually. This isn't nail glue. And later we're going to get all of that off, so don't worry about it. So now we have one nail off. Now we just have 9 more to go. So if you have a cuticle pusher, you can do that too. But again, you want to be careful. You don't want to rip your nails or shred your nails. And using the sticky tab is a lot better for protecting your nail bed, because at least there's like a barrier between the fake nail tip and also your natural nail. So again, once you get it kind of lifted, you can go in and just add more oil in there. And if it's stubborn, you might just have to redo the process. So if you use sticky tabs only, no nail glue, there's a higher chance that you can reuse your tips. However, if you use nail glue at all on the tips, I don't really recommend reusing it. So look, this is just all the sticky tab here. My natural nail is fine. This is just sticky tab stuff that got really like adhered to my nail. Isn't that crazy? Whoops. So for those of you who are wondering, like, what is that black stuff on my nail? It's just nail polish, because the manicure before this was black. So this is, I'm going, even though it looks like I'm being really rough, I promise I'm being really gentle. I'm only kind of pushing what is allowable. If I feel like it's a little too tight or it's not, the stick is not easily able to move under it, then I just more oil. And I'm just going to leave it there for a bit. So again, I'm just going with the orange wood stick and just gently kind of pressing. Okay. Also, I promise you, I will make a video of how to apply the tips so that way you can get this crazy long wear time, because it's quite impressive. I don't know if I've ever worn press-on tips for this long. So now that I kind of have my groove and I know how to get this to last long, I can't wait to share all the tips and tricks that I have with all of you. This one I can already feel is like lifting. So just add more cuticle oil in there. The hand that I'm most curious about is going to be the hand with nail glue, because again, there was like no lifting on the hand that has nail glue. Yeah, came right up. Get that. Now, also, remember how I told you guys don't get your hands wet after you do press-on tips? This is the reason why. Like, look at my retention. It's crazy. I feel like I could have probably gone another week before taking this off if I wanted to, but I decided against it just because my index finger on this hand was lifting a little bit, and because it's a sticky tab, my hair kept on getting caught underneath, and I didn't really like that. So I know it looks like I'm being really aggressive, but I promise you I'm not. Okay. I think for the most part it's almost off. Just have a little bit of nagging. Oh yeah. See, the thing that, here I can show you guys. Do you see what's getting stuck? It's not nail glue, it's literally the sticky tab still holding onto my nail, which is just wild. So there we go. Yeah, that's just the sticky tab. And using the sticky tab will not damage your nails. So there we go. Again, all of this stuff, this can come off easily. Like even now, I'm just kind of like gently peeling it off, and it does come off. Let's see, is this one ready? Okay. I can't wait to do a video of my application tricks because it's crazy how awesome these lasted. So one thing I notice, I'm going to kind of mention this while I'm in the midst of getting all this stuff off. One thing I notice is using the sticky tabs with nail glue prevents any air pockets for the most part. When I just used the nail glue, I did have some bubbles underneath, which maybe I could have avoided if it was on my non-dominant. Oh, I don't know if you guys notice, I keep holding the tip. I try to like hold the tip so that way this thing doesn't slide. Okay, this adhesive, I'm telling you, these sticky tabs are strong. But you're gonna see after all of this that my nails aren't gonna be damaged either, because that's the beauty of sticky tabs. There we go. Oh, I should have warned you guys too. So prior to this, my nails were pretty damaged and pretty thin. And part of the reason that was because when I was in the process of moving, I didn't have time to take my like gel set off properly. So when I was moving, my nails started breaking, and when that happened, they started ripping off my fingers, which is also another reason why my nails are short. But you're gonna see that I have some of like this right now. It's because the nail was, I think this nail in particular, I think it had like a really low tear. And so now the tear is finally growing out, but I have this little thing here that I'm gonna have to cut. So, yep, that is one hand already all off. Now let's see if we can get this other hand off. Oh, there, starting to finally get it to lift, but I might need to add more cuticle oil. So the other way that you could do this, and I don't know, I might do it with this hand since I'm not going to be reusing these tips. You could chop them all off so that way they're short, and that'll make it easier. I might just end up doing that because I don't know if I want to like attempt to try to peel it the same way as I did with those sticky tab hand. Because again, this hand was a lot more on. Okay. And, oh yeah, actually this is, oh, that came off. This is like coming up very easily. Hold on. If you want, you can also soak it in acetone, but these tips are made out of plastic. They're not made out of gel. That's why they're a lot firmer as well. So when that happens, they're gonna like get all goopy. I mean, gel does too, but this gets goopy in a different way. Oh, popped right off. Look at that. Nice and clean. Yeah, my nail feels really good. Doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like any of the nail got shredded or anything like that. So if you're gonna use nail glue, like how I did, I do not recommend doing this as a one-night thing. Like if you're gonna use the nail glue, be careful. I also don't know if I really want to use this anymore because it's starting to shred a little because I've gotten it wet and it's covered in oil. So let me try and switch over to something else. I have a plastic cuticle pusher here. So I'm just gonna see. Again, if you feel any kind of pressure, like if it feels tight, don't do it. You're just gonna add more cuticle oil, or you could use acetone. I don't wanna do acetone. I'd rather do this method. You can if you want, but I didn't feel like it. And I also might cut this down, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab I have some clippers here. I don't want to clip it in here. Move this. Okay, so you can just go ahead and clip it off. When you clip, oh, well, that one came off pretty easily. Usually when you clip, I go halfway. So you see how I'm halfway here, and then halfway on the other side. And then you just clip it down like that. And let me try and soak it for a few more minutes. Yeah, right now this hand looks a little crazy, but it's just some sticky tab stuff. A little sticky tab residue. But that'll come off easily. Let's see. Move this out of the way. Again, this feels very, very strong on still. Oh, wait, there. So you're just gonna keep looking for the little, the little gaps. So like that. Now, let me explain what I've been up to, because I'm sure some of you are like, oh, well, what did you do? You probably were wearing gloves. You probably don't really cook, don't really clean. No, I was in the middle of a move. And we're still unpacking and cleaning things up. So these nails have really been through it. And then something even crazier. So I cook, especially because my husband's been super busy. I've been cooking a lot. I'm pretty much the one who primarily cooks. So I've been cooking all kinds of things, getting my hands wet. I have not been wearing gloves. I don't wear gloves when I do dishes. I probably should, but I don't. And I also went to the spa over the weekend, and the spa that I went to was like a Korean style spa. So I just got a day pass, and basically that means that you hop around from the jacuzzi to the ice pool to the sauna, and I did that for 3 hours. I mean, I was in the sauna and the ice bath so much that I got scolded from the owner. She was like, "You shouldn't be in there for so long. It's not good for you." But yeah, and again, you're seeing me remove these nails now, and it is a process. But I mean, in terms of staying power and wear, I'd say that this is quite impressive. So if it doesn't want to come off, which some of these are being really stubborn. Yeah, oh, well, I'd say most of it, like majority of it has now lifted off for all of these. You can kind of see here. It's just like the tip that is glued on. So I might just try and like cut these down even shorter. So my natural nails are going to be very short after this, which is fine because I'm going to eventually put on more press-on tips a little later. And then I'm also going to do, oh yeah, beautiful. Well, yep, that came right off. Perfect. Now my nail, obviously, it looks like a weird shape because I just cut it all weird, but we're going to fix that up in a bit. There. No, at least it's straight. But I don't see any signs of damage either. I mean, not from the tips. Like I said, I did my nails kind of went through it when I was moving. I'm gonna just cut off all this extra stuff because again, I think that's where the holdup is. Oh yeah. Now it seems a lot easier. Oh yeah. Look at that. Coming off so easy now. Again, if it's still a little stubborn, just be gentle. Oh, that popped right off. So let me straighten my nail a little bit. There we go. All this stuff over here, don't worry, don't mind that. That's just like a little glue residue. So let's see. Does this come off easier? Oops. Yeah, it does. Hold on, let's check this side. Still a little stubborn. Again, don't force things. If it doesn't come up easily, just apply more cuticle oil and soak it for a bit, and then it will come up easily. There's no need to force it. And if it's really on, you can always use acetone, cut it down and use acetone, and that will get it off. I feel like using acetone might have gotten it off quicker. If I'd cut everything down and used acetone, it probably would have been faster, but I also don't mind this because my hands won't get dried out. Let's try again. Oh yeah, super easy to get off now. Okay, I have a little resistance here. Just gonna add more oil. This is why also I have my nails long. Don't mind this is just getting all soapy. Because look at how short my natural nail beds are. My nail beds are so tiny. They're so little. And there's nothing wrong with short nail beds. For me personally, I don't like the way it looks on my hands. I feel like it makes my hands look weird. So there it is, all of our nail tip stuff. And you can even see on the inside of here, it doesn't look like it ripped off any nail bits or anything like that. So yeah, you can soak it in acetone if you want, but honestly, soaking it in water and soap and using, oh wait, I still have one more. Completely forgot about that. And then using cuticle oil or any type of like body safe oil worked well. When I say body safe oil, it's like organic coconut oil, organic olive oil. Okay, this one feels persistent. So let me try and put more cuticle oil on, cut down the excess if I can. And let's see. Half of the nail. Oh, more than half the nail. Oh yeah, more than half the nail is lifted already because the cuticle oil kind of helped break down the adhesive in the nail glue. So if you can, just kind of get it all in there. Again, this is our personal stash of products. We do not use this on other people. So I don't have to worry about anybody's cooties or my cooties on anybody else. Okay, that got it off again beautifully. I think I have a little bit of nail glue residue here and there, but all of that stuff is going to come off pretty easily. So let me move some of this stuff away. And I think I have, I'm just going to use this paper towel. And also I'm going to, okay, hold on. I'm going to use this to just kind of wash my hands in it a little bit. So now that I have all this nail glue on, I know that's soapy water, but I think it's, or not nail glue, cuticle oil. I think it's better than just having really, really oily hands. We're just gonna wipe this all away so we see what we have to work with. Okay, so I have a little bit of nail glue residue here, which you can see. And then I also have some of the sticky tab residue. So you might be able, for the sticky tab residue, you might literally just be able to push it off like that. Or if you have a cuticle pusher, you can do that if you want. Or you can use the little file that they give you and just buff it off. For those of you who soak your hands and then you're like, oh no, my nails feel soft. Your nails are always going to feel soft after you soak your hands in water or any kind of solution. Because our nails are porous, it absorbs the liquid. So don't worry. Once your nails dry out a little bit and they're exposed to air, they'll firm back up. So don't worry about that at all. Okay. Why did I start at my middle finger? I don't know. So there we go. Look at that. I'm just going to buff it out a little later. But one nail down, 9 to go. Let's see. You could also take acetone if you want to get this glue off. That works too. But I don't really feel like doing that right now. Also, for those of you who are wondering, is this going to damage your nails? Like doing this with the file? These files are not strong enough to damage your nails. If they do damage your nails, I would probably go see a doctor because that's, again, this grit is really, really low. So if it like is hurting, that's something that you might want to just double check on. Or, I mean, the other possibility is you really overfiled it, but you'd have to do a lot in order for it to, for you to actually like feel it. And I mean, at that point, I think you would know that you've overfiled. Okay. So I'm using a downward motion because that seems to be the most effective of getting the glue off. And then that's pretty much what it looks like. And then I'll buff it with a soft buffer after this. So downward motion to get off any adhesive. If you have the patience, you can go ahead and soak it off some more, like soak your hand some more, and then just use like a cuticle pusher to get it off. I do not have the patience, so that's why I decided to just kind of go in with the file. But again, this file that's included with your tips is really, really gentle. Okay, so this hand done. This hand, I'm gonna use this file. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I believe this was in a Mani by Me box. And this is a perfect thing to kind of just make my nails nice and smooth. You can do cuticle care if you want to. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna clean up my nails so that way I get all the junk off. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So prior to this, again, disclaimer, prior to this, my nails did get ripped to shreds when I was moving because all of my gel enhancements literally ripped off in the process of moving, which was awful and really painful. So just disclaimer for that in case you guys are like, oh, your nails are damaged. My nails were damaged, unfortunately, before I put these press-on tips. But the press-on tips definitely did not cause the damage. It was my gel enhancements that did, just because I let them grow out too long and I didn't have time to take them off. When I properly remove them, my nails are fine. I mean, you guys have seen other lives where my nails are like extremely long and it's my natural nails and they're just happy and healthy. So how you remove your nail products really does make all the difference in the world. And also what products you're using. I feel like I still have a little bit, I have like a little bit of nail glue here and there. You can even see it, like that's a little bit of glue right there. This little white thing. Should probably use this little, oh, there we go. So if you wanted, you can use the High Shine Buffer. I think that's the blue side, to give your nails a nice glossy finish. I have to do cuticle care later too. Oh my. But also my nail room isn't set up, so again, I'm probably gonna put the press-on tips on. Later. Is this how I usually file my nails? No, this is not. but I'm just trying to do something quick and easy and also very relatable and realistic to what most people would do. So the blue side was to buff off like all the grit, and then the white side is to make your nail really shiny. So it looks like top coat. You're gonna see it there. It's already really shiny. I don't know if I'm gonna do all my nails with that. I think I'm fine. I don't really want to right now. But now you would go in with alcohol or whatever you have. I'm just gonna use water and then just wipe away any dust. And then I would go ahead with, oh yeah, my cuticles are rough. Don't look at my cuticles, everybody. They're rough. I just took off that set. You're gonna go in and use a base coat. So let me see. I think I have my base coats. Give me one sec. So I have my base coats here, and I'm gonna go ahead with the calcium rich base coat. Move all this junk away. There we go. And just gonna go ahead and apply the coat of calcium rich base coat to help nourish my nails. Also, if you use a calcium rich base coat consistently, this thing does strengthen your nails. I've done it before. I think I did I purposely used it every day for like a month, and it worked. My nails got stronger and harder. There we go. Then you can go ahead and use, this is also a calcium rich blushing base coat. I don't know why I didn't use this one instead. I should just use this one to begin with. I'm just gonna paint one coat of that over it so my nails look a little pink. And then oops, that's kind of heavy-handed. Gonna use this edge to kind of clean it up. I did not coat my free edge because honestly, I'm probably just gonna take this off in like a day. So don't mind me.
Also, for people who are wondering, do these press-on tips work with gel? I haven't tried it, but I have some strong, very, very strong guesstimations that I would bet. I'd probably bet a lot on. So because it's plastic, I don't think gel would adhere to it unless you rough up the base of the plastic nail tip. Now, if you rough up the base of the plastic nail tip, you're either going to ruin the design or it's just not going to be as cute. I think if you try to put gel on it, it'll peel after a few days, which I mean, I guess the same could be said with nail polish. My nail polish did peel after a few days because nail polish is just not as flexible as other nail products, so that's prone to happening. So I would recommend that if you're going to do a manicure on it, go ahead, do a manicure, and then wear it for a couple of days like how you would wear nail polish on your natural nails, and then switch it up, just like how I did. I was wearing a manicure for a couple of days, and then I switched it up and wore a different manicure. So, oops. Don't be afraid to do that, which is another reason why I kind of like the press-on tips. Hold on. I might want to put a little shimmery coat over it. This color is Sandbar B475. This looks really good together. I think I've done this one together, and then I've also done another one. Anything from the Sunrise collection looks good over everything. So just gonna do a thin coat of this. There we go. So yeah, I don't recommend putting gel over our colored or designed press-on tips. You can if you want to, but just know that you're not gonna have like a super crazy long wear time. However, our clear tips that we sell, those are made out of gel. So you can put polish on it, you can put gel on it, and it doesn't peel because it just has a higher chance of bonding since the base is gel. And then also the tip itself is textured. At least the clear tips are textured. They just have a very, very slight, like, gritty texture, which makes it the perfect base for gel or polish. Where these design tips, they're very, very smooth. And products like gel and polish, they like a little grit. That's part of the reason why whenever you go get a manicure professionally done, they buff out the base of your nail to remove any oil that you have in your nail. And so that way the enhancement, like the gel, acrylic, nail polish, even when you get a regular nail polish manicure, shellac, has something to adhere to. Even when I applied my press-on tips, I buffed the base really well. So that way it had a nice, like, good, clean, oil-free nail bed to adhere to. And then that's pretty much it. This is the look. The look is nothing. The look is just very, very simple, clean, polished. Again, don't look at my cuticle care. It's a little rough right now. I'm gonna have to do that later. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably gonna do a top coat later because this is all pretty wet still. So yeah, I hope you guys check out our press-on tips because they are amazing. and I think you're just gonna love them. Okay, also, whoops, oh gosh, darn it, nail polish. Just gotta be careful with hitting things. So something else I wanna mention, for everyone who's asking about the Mani by Me teddy bear powder that comes in there, if you are worried about your hands getting wet, you don't want it to get like ruined and all that other stuff, do it on a press-on tip. Do them on press-on tips. Then you can wear it on your nails and then take it off when you want later. And then if you just use a sticky tab, you can wear it as like a one-night thing. So use the press-on tips if you want to use the powder. I highly recommend that. If you want to do it on your actual nail, just know that it's only going to be like a one-night kind of thing. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun with me taking this off and watching the journey of me removing it. And I hope you guys get a chance to try our press-on tips because I'm telling you, they are amazing. And I promise you, I will upload another video later of me actually applying them and showing you how I got them to last for almost 2 weeks. Okay, well, make sure to leave comments below and, tell us your thoughts. Tell us if you've tried these press-on tips or not. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye, everybody.